Okay, so currently we are here on our MS Excel environment. First, we will be having our discussion regarding the different mathematical operators used in MS Excel. So before that, I would like to make this headings bold first. Okay, so for the first mathematical operator that I will be introducing to you right now, that will be actually the plus sign. Okay, so the plus sign, the function of this is actually to add, basically to add, let's write here to add numbers. Okay, so let's have an example. First of all, let's adjust the size of the cell. Okay, so let's have an example here. I have here a 10 and 2 numbers. So these two numbers will be used during our tutorial, for this video. So for this mathematical operator, when we are having a function or a formula, guys, don't forget this, that to have always equal sign at the very beginning of our formula. Okay, so let's try to add this 10 and 2, of course. So just click D1 plus sign to signify our intention to add those numbers, and of course the E1. Okay, then enter. The answer must be 12, right? So upon entering, it will return a 12. Okay, so that's the first mathematical operator. For the second mathematical operator, let's try to have the minus sign. Okay, minus sign, of course, basically to subtract numbers. So let's write here to subtract numbers, to add numbers. Okay, so to subtract numbers, let's have again our example. Again, we should have our equal sign at the very beginning of our formula. So click D1 for the 10, then minus sign, and click the E1 for the 2. So basically 10 minus 2 is 8, meaning the result of this simple formula must be 8 upon entering. Okay, and it's 8, so we're right. Okay, so I hope you get it. For the third mathematical operator, we will be now introducing to you the asterisk. Now, the asterisk, this is just the same with dot, with parentheses, with the x or the multiplication sign. So, meaning the function of this operator is, of course, to multiply numbers. Okay, so let's try to have the example. Equal sign again. Click D1, then asterisk. For the asterisk, you must click first the shift and number 8 on my keyboard. That is number 8. That is the second function of 8, the asterisk. Asterisk multiply 2 E1, which is 2. So meaning to say 10 times 2, that will be 20 upon entering. So let's try now to enter, and it's now 20. Okay. So for the fourth mathematical operator using Excel, that is the forward slash. Okay, so basically a slash means to divide numbers. Okay, so this is used for division, of course. So let's try to have an example again. Again, equal sign. So let's click D1, then slash, click E1 for the 2. So this means 10 divided by 2. And this will be now 5. Okay, so I hope you get it. Next, we should now introduce to you our fifth mathematical operator, one of the most common operator used in MS Excel, which is the arrow up. Now, this symbol arrow up, based on my keyboard, that is released by having the shift plus the number 6 as the second function. This is actually the second function of the number 6 on the upper part of your keyboard. Okay, so the arrow up sign is used for exponential power. Or let's try to have here to raise a number to an exponential power. Okay. Okay, so to raise a number to an exponential power, let's try to have this 10 or D1 raised natin. Let's use this arrow up sign, then click the E1 or D2, meaning 10 raised to 2 or 10 to to the second power. So this basically gives us an answer of 100 upon entering. So let's try if this will give us 100. Let's try to click enter. Okay, so 100. Okay, so I hope you get it, guys. Those are the basic mathematical operators that is used for Microsoft Excel computation. The plus sign to add numbers, the minus sign to subtract numbers, the asterisk for multiple numbers, the forward slash to divide numbers, the arrow up to raise a number to an exponential power. Okay, so I hope you get it. Now, along your journey with computations on Microsoft Excel, with computing using Microsoft Excel, there will be, of course, an error. Just like in calculator, we have syntax error, we have divide error, or many other errors. And just a background for you guys, I have here a list of different errors that you may encounter along your journey with MS Excel. And let's try to have those errors. So I have here the dealing with errors. Type of error, we have here the five, what we call this, 5 hashtags and a single number sign error. So if you see this error, this basically means that the numeric value entered into a cell is too wide, meaning the cell can display the value because of the very large number that is contained in that specific cell. So for that to be able to be solved, we can resize the column by dragging the boundary between the column headings, which has been explained to you on our previous video. You can check our playlist, by the way. Just search it on our channel, and on the playlist section, you can have there the MS Excel tutorial playlist. The adjustment of the column headings is actually one of our video tutorial before this video presentation of the topic regarding the mathematical operator and dealing with errors. Alright, so I hope you get it. For the next type of error, we have this hashtag n/a or NA, not applicable. This error basically means that when a value is not available to a function or a formula, if certain cells on a worksheet contain data that is not yet available, take note of the term, guys, not yet available, then hashtag n/a will be entered in those cells. Formulas that refer to those cells will let them return hashtag n/a instead of attempting to calculate a value, since the Microsoft Excel can calculate the value. Alright, so that's the meaning of this error. Next error is the name error. So this error is actually this occurs when the Microsoft Excel doesn't recognize text in a formula. This means that you may have misspelled the name of a range or function, or referred to a name that does not exist, or left out the colon in a range. For example, you are trying to have a function average. So by computing or by entering the formula in the cell, it must be equals average. But because of you are trying to make your typing very fast, you forgot the letter A, for example. So it becomes average. And if that's the case, the MS Excel function will not be recognize your text in the formula. Okay, so meaning to say, you must be very, very careful in putting your formula in MS Excel, or otherwise it will return you an error. Okay, so next, we have this ref error, or short for reference error. This is actually occurs when a cell reference is not valid. If you don't have enough valid cell reference for your calculation on that specific cell. For example, perhaps you deleted some cells that this formula refers to. For example, I usually encounter this error if my formula, for example, on this cell B7, I have here a formula, and the reference for this formula comes from these sheets before. For example, on this raw data sheet, and accidentally I deleted those numbers from this raw data sheet. So if you'll check on this dealing with errors sheet, it will now be a reference error, since I forgot or I delete the reference of this cell. Alright, I hope you get it. Last type of error, guys, we have the value error. So this basically means that we have entered a text when a formula requires a number. So we have entered a text aside to numbers, but basically the requirement of MS Excel is number, but we entered a text. So this will be a value error, or a value such as true or false, or a boolean if you're familiar with programming. So basically that's it, guys. The different mathematical operators and how we deal with different errors, and of course the type of errors and their description, functions, and how to deal with those errors. So I hope you get it. I hope you learned something from this video tutorial, and if you learned something, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And for you to be updated on our next video tutorials, just click the notification bell. Okay? So keep safe always. Thank you for watching this video, and see you again on our next tutorial. Bye-bye.